Hi Libra, welcome into a general weekly reading for you. This is going to be an amazing and peaceful week for you because the overall message that Spirit gave me for your weekly read was peaceful transformation. This is your new lease on life. I mean, amazing. It feels like you've dealt with a lot up until this point along your path, maybe even recently for a lot drawn to the reading, where you deserve this peace. You deserve this transformation, and things are not meant to shift towards more complication, but more peaceful success, more peaceful connecting and experiencing otherwise. And it feels like you're going to be getting to know yourself better throughout the week. And that might feel like, for a lot of which, like myself, a continuation, all right, a continuing process with what feels like different little chapters in the midst of which, because you've been changing, you've been growing, and you've been learning a ton and remembering a ton, and that's going to as well be continuing throughout the week as the cards start to shoot out of the deck. But it feels like a period for you where this new lease on life that that you're being provided, you're one with even. I feel as if this collective, as they're showing me personally, because I'm a Leo, Libra, if you're new to the channel or need that reminder, they just showed me an image, a vision from my perspective of me going like this. Okay, it's as if when you're given this chance throughout the week, feeling very early on in the week and then continuing as the week trickles forward, when you're given this chance to begin this new lease on life, you are going to feel the instant gratification of it, but you're also going to be feeling the need and the desire to just grab it, to grab for it and own it, because I feel as if things have been feeling like this a lot. And maybe even in certain little ways, it's going to still, right? If you have a toxic job or a toxic relationship or a lot on your plate, this might be more so representing. But I do feel as if this is what you're meant to be experiencing moving forward. Now, I do feel a lot of which drawn to the reading are going to have a lot on your plate either way, shifting forward. But it's partially, if not fully, what you've been asking for and maybe are currently. And so therefore, I feel as if either way, it's not meant to feel heavy for you. It's all about how you shift forward once again and how you accomplish and carry things that are on your shoulders, on your plate. Don't make it heavier than it needs to be. But I do feel as if with a significant amount on your plate, and maybe more so for some, because I wouldn't be surprised if somebody's getting a new job or is beginning or just began one, or maybe taking on a new connection of importance or commitment otherwise, you're going to find that it's a week of communicating. It's a week of speedy, recovery for somebody, but levels of speedy accomplishing in a peaceful manner. It's like this feeling of you knowing what you're doing and maybe like riding a bike or just a repetitive type of accomplishing in your life. Boom, 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 done. On to the next. Even leaving you with space and time otherwise outside of those accomplishments to peacefully heal, recover for somebody once again, to deal with other matters in a very peaceful manner. You know what I mean? And so I feel as if it may be a week for a lot of which where you just feel the need to, in the midst of this major transformation, to just get things maybe feeling like or being viewed as out of the way, right? To get things out of the way. But for some, it's more so, I just know I need to or want to accomplish this. So why dilly-dally? Why procrastinate? Even if you're the type of Libra, which I know do exist, who tend to or prefer to procrastinate. Doesn't feel like a week where you want to do that or end up doing that in general. But the High Priestess coming out, because Libra, it feels like a week where you're getting downloads. You are feeling very in sync, very in tune, tuned in, very connected to the spiritual realm, very connected to your higher self. Maybe even for some, your inner child, but it feels like a very mature week for you. Even a maturing kind of week, regardless of how old you are, how far along your path you are. But remembering as well with that message coming through, again, regardless of how far along your path and how old you are individually, there is a path ahead for you, all right? The remainder of your individual path. And being so connected to the spiritual realm, to spirits in general, they remind me often that even after this individual life that you have, this path, your path continues into the afterworld. Sorry if you didn't love that message, but it's coming through for a reason. Don't be surprised when things like spirituality, tarot, astrology, Okay, mythical creatures is what I just heard. Come up in conversations or maybe in your dreams, your visions, if you're very connected to that extent, like myself. Um, but I just heard talented, if you will. Now, I feel as if your talented nature is as well part of the week. It reminds me of a past weekly read I did for you where it was labeled the best of the best, and being unstoppable and whatnot. You're talented, and I feel as if some of which forget that or don't give yourself enough credit for that. But it's a week where your talents are coming into play. Now, I was saying fast accomplishments coming to be with the Eight of Wands, but I just looked at the timestamp and we're only about halfway through this reading. 5:34, look up the angel number meaning. But it feels as if I've been reading for you for at least 10 plus minutes. So don't be surprised in the midst of a week of fast accomplishments. But again, a lot of peace. I'm hearing satisfaction like Taurus is reading, and whatnot. It feels like time is crawling on by. Maybe that's part of the reasoning why things are feeling peaceful. Maybe things have been speeding by too fast for you, too much, too often, where Spirit's saying, catch your breath, take a deep breath if need be, time and time again for some if need be, because I do feel as if this is maybe a time for you where in that allotted space in between the accomplishing, maybe even in the midst of which, you deserve and even maybe want to at certain points stop and smell the roses, stop and appreciate Mother Nature, stop and appreciate that person or other blessing in your life otherwise. It just feels like life has just been too constant for a lot of which drawn to the reading, and I can truly relate. Life has been too busy. And you might, of course, still be quite busy with this Ten of Wands representing a lot on your plate once again. But I really feel as if some of which, like myself, wouldn't have it any other way. It reminds me of me running this business, this YouTube channel, and otherwise, and as well, I typically work a serving job. And I'm probably going to be picking up another job, just to add on to my plate, to make it 3 career situations. But I thrive when I work a lot, for the most part, in general. But it just feels like you are potentially like that. You could maybe relate, but apply it as you may. It just feels like when things are busy but peaceful and not overcomplicated, you thrive, whether you realize this, remember this or not. But it does feel like, once again, this feels like a week where there's a new lease on life. There's a feeling of things feeling fresher for you, being experienced in more of a fresh manner. But it's going to be like, excuse me, I didn't love that word. I was raised to not say the word like and whatnot, but it's a week where you bounce from one experience to the next, even if it feels like it's not an experience, it is. You know what I mean? That downtime or that moment of small appreciation and noticing. So yeah, you bounce from one experience to the next, one accomplishment to the next, and it feels new. It feels different. It's as if now this Libran collective can start living. If you didn't watch it, please do hop over to the last Libran reading I posted about it being time for you to start enjoying life again. And I wouldn't be surprised if the 2 readings feel very intertwined for you individually, where it's time to enjoy things again. It's time to live your life. It's not time to just work, but it's time to find the balance in it all. It's time for you to feel, encouraged, empowered, but peaceful once again. And it may be as well a time for you where you're meant to be living differently, but as well, or at least in certain ways, but viewing things differently. It can make the world of a difference, as they're showing me a vision of the Hanged Man. When you view that person or that connection differently, don't be surprised when it changes towards, in a healthy direction and starts to transform for you guys. But as well, it may be more in regards to you viewing yourself differently. Don't be surprised if you're pushed to admire your good looks and your aura, your glow throughout the week, to your benefit. But say you start to view your job or your business or your career or your job situation in general differently. Things will transform for you. It does feel like a bit of a smiley week for you. Sure, there are healing points and serious points throughout the week, but you will find, and I've noticed this for myself, especially at my serving job, my night job, when you smile and you are happy, it makes the world of a difference in regards to those experiences, accomplishments, and just the way you are, your being, your energy is just obviously different, and it affects things positively. Yeah, it reminds me of the other night I worked till about 3:34 in the morning, serving, and I was just, motivated. I was constantly busy. And one of my new managers she first of all said I looked extremely handsome when I smiled, but she ended the shift by saying, thank you so much, Justin. You did an amazing job tonight. Keep that smile on your face. This made me laugh, made me chuckle. Keep that smile on your face, and it's going to do you a lot of good in life, right? A little bit of a pep talk and some advice. But it feels like that is relevant to an extent, if not fully, for your week. Okay? So apply it as you may. But the Knight of Swords coming through in both the upright and the reversal, because it feels like there is action throughout the week. But there's a focus on where you feel freedom coming to be, all right, in moments of a lack of accomplishment, a lack of accomplishing, but also freedom in a lack of restriction coming to be, or maybe even continuing to an extent when you find yourself in moments of simplicity, when you find yourself in moments of healing maybe, but as well when it comes to when you're easily doing this and that without putting strain on your physical body and your mental status or even your emotional state. You know what I mean? So I hope that wording came out right, but let's get ready to wrap up this amazing, beautiful reading for you, Libra, by saying this is meant to be a peaceful and transformative week for you, where they're saying this is your amazing new lease on life. Allow for this to spark some passion within you, some peace within you once again, and move forward with confidence. You've got this, okay? So if this was truly helpful, I am sending you so much love and light. Of course, don't forget to book a personal reading with myself, even if you have done so before. Everything is down below. Just shoot me a quick email. Again, I'm sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy this new lease on life.